Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English at Home 79. Let me ask you, has your mind ever gone totally blank when it's time to speak English, even though you understood everything you heard? You watch movies, binge YouTube, maybe even laugh along with stand-up specials, but the moment someone asks, "So, what did you think?" Crickets. Why does that happen? Here's the setup. Understanding is a passive skill, like watching a cooking show. Speaking, though, is active, like actually getting your hands dirty in the kitchen. Now, you might be thinking, but if I know the words, shouldn't I be able to use them? Not quite. Your brain receives info, but doesn't practice producing it. That's cognitive input versus output, two totally different neural circuits. So, here's the first big takeaway. If you want to speak, you have to speak. Even just one sentence a day gets your brain used to producing English, not just absorbing it. Ready to jump in? Let's keep going. Alright, let's talk about vocabulary. You've probably spent hours on flashcards, right? Maybe you've got word lists everywhere, apps, sticky notes, the whole 9 yards. But here's the conflict. You know the word busy, but when someone says, "Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate," your brain freezes. Why? It's because you're learning isolated units, individual words instead of chunks, or what linguists call lexical bundles. Chunks are phrases like, "I'll get back to you," or "It depends on the situation." Now you might be wondering, do I really need to memorize whole phrases? Absolutely. Chunks let your brain retrieve ready-made sentences, sort of like using a template instead of starting from scratch every time. So, next time you watch a show, don't just write down new words, write down the full phrases. That's how real fluency starts to build, chunk by chunk. Let me tell you a story. When I first started learning Spanish, I was too shy to talk to people. So, I started talking to myself, out loud, in the kitchen, on walks, even in the shower. Now, some of you are probably thinking, isn't that a little weird? Maybe, but here's the thing. Your brain doesn't care if there's an audience. It just wants practice generating language. This is called private speech, and it's a legit technique in psycholinguistics. By verbalizing your thoughts, you're training your speaking fluency, not just your reading or listening. Try narrating your day, "I'm making coffee right now," or "It's a bit chilly outside," or even play both sides of a conversation. "Hi, how are you?" "I'm great, thanks." So, here's my challenge. Try speaking to yourself for 5 minutes today. No audience, no fear, just you and your voice. That's how confidence grows, one sentence at a time. Picture this. It's midnight, you want to practice English, but there's nobody around. What do? Wait for a class. Nope, enter AI, your never tired, always patient speaking buddy. You might be skeptical. Can a chatbot really help me speak better? The answer is yes, and here's why. Tools like ChatGPT or Pi use natural language processing, meaning they understand and generate real conversational English. You can start a chat, ask it to correct your mistakes, even request slower responses. It's like having a personal tutor who never judges you. Let's be real, everyone feels nervous about making mistakes in front of people. But with AI, there's zero embarrassment. You can repeat, experiment, and grow no pressure. So, why not try a 5-minute chat with AI today? Pretend you're at a coffee shop or job interview. Let that virtual conversation boost your real-world confidence. Ever told a story and halfway through, you're searching for words? There's a fix for that, the 4-3-2 technique. It's simple, but trust me, it's powerful. Here's how it works. First, pick a story from your life. Maybe your first day at work, or the time you lost your keys. Tell it out loud for 4 minutes, no rush. Add all the details. Then, tell the same story in 3 minutes. Now you've got to be quicker, more concise. Finally, do it one more time in just 2 minutes. Focus on fluency, not perfection. This method leverages procedural memory. Think of it like muscle memory for speaking. Each round, your brain processes and refines, making your speech smoother and faster. Try it today. Pick a story, set your timer, and record yourself. The progress you'll hear will blow your mind and your confidence will skyrocket. Let's play a quick game. Take one simple sentence. I went to the store. Now, how many ways can you say it? You'd be amazed at how much you can stretch it. Here's the setup. Add details. I went to the store to buy bread. Change the tense. I'm going to the store. Add emotion. I had to go to the store again. This is called syntactic flexibility basically, twisting grammar and vocabulary to express more with less effort. It's like turning a paperclip into a dozen tools. Now you might ask, isn't this just paraphrasing? Kind of, but it's deeper. It's about training your brain to adapt and improvise on the fly, a key skill of fluent speakers. So, today, pick any sentence from your day. Stretch it, bend it, flip the tense, add a reason. Watch how your fluency grows from just one idea. Let's talk about shadowing. No, not following people around. This is a language technique where you repeat what you hear right after or even at the same time as a native speaker. Why is this so effective? It's all about prosody and intonation. Those are the music and melody of language, the up and down that makes you sound natural. Let me set the scene. You're listening to a podcast. Pause, rewind, repeat the sentence, and match the speaker's rhythm. You're not just learning words, you're absorbing the flow. Now, you might be thinking, what if I can't keep up? That's okay. Start slow, even one line at a time. Over time, you'll feel your mouth getting used to new sounds like warming up before a run. So, next time you listen, don't just hear English shadow it. You'll be surprised at how quickly your speaking starts to sound more native. Let's be honest, we all fear making mistakes. But here's a secret: mistakes are your best friends in language learning. Seriously, they're the VIP pass to fluency. This is called error-driven learning. Each time you mess up a sentence, your brain gets feedback and tweaks your mental grammar. It's like debugging code, finding what doesn't work and fixing it. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if people laugh? Trust me, they won't. And even if they did, so what? Fluent with errors beats silent with perfection every time. Remember, kids learn by trial and error. They try, fail, giggle, and try again. That's exactly the mindset you need for speaking English. So, next time you make a mistake, celebrate it. That's a sign you're learning, growing, and getting one step closer to fluency. All right, let's talk about micro-practice. You don't need a 2-hour block to improve your speaking. Tiny, focused moments add up fast. This is the principle of spaced repetition, repeating small bits of practice regularly so they stick in your long-term memory. Here's a scenario. You're waiting for your coffee, standing in line. That's 60 seconds you could use to say today's chunk out loud or review yesterday's story. Now, you might think, does 1 minute really matter? Absolutely! Those micro moments build up, creating a habit loop that keeps your English active all day. So, here's my tip. Find 5 micro moments in your day. Speak, repeat, shadow, or just play with one sentence. Watch your fluency snowball over time. You've made it to the end, so let's talk about confidence. How do you feel right now? Excited? Nervous? Maybe a little bit of both? That's good. It means you care. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's built, one small win at a time. Every time you speak, you're teaching your brain and mouth to work together. I know some of you are thinking, but my English isn't perfect. That's fine. The goal isn't perfection, it's communication. Your voice, with all its quirks, matters. So, which tip resonated with you? Speaking to yourself, using AI, stretching a sentence? Pick one, try it today, and just keep going. Remember, fluent with mistakes is better than silent with grammar. Keep speaking, keep growing, and keep believing. I'm cheering you on every step of the way.